Castlevania games have a certain magic, you either vibe with them or not, but there is no denying their impact. Together with Metroid, they basically created an entire genre. Every year, new projects try to recapture that classic feeling. Some hit the mark, others completely miss it. So where those Chronicles of the Wolf fit in? And why I recommend covering your ears? Let's dig into the beast.
Okay, let's go.
Set in 18th century France, specifically the region of Gévaudan, if I pronounce it correctly, the game centers on a terrifying werewolf that's been hunting people across the countryside. It's actually based on the real-life legend of the Beast of Gévaudan from 1764. You play as Matteo Lombardo, a mere apprentice from the Rose Cross Order. He joins a mission to stop the creature, but right after they arrive, bam! The team gets ambushed, wiped out, and Matteo ends up as the only survivor. Now it's up to him to finish the mission solo. Right from the start, the game uses nostalgia. It leans hard into the chunky 16-bit pixel art with a color palette that instantly takes you back. Some folks say it feels like a PS6 era title, but honestly it reminds me way more of Rondo of Blood or Dracula X. Instead of a Dracula, you are fighting a werewolf. Instead of a Richter Belmont in blue, you are Matteo Lombardo in red, and no whip here. You get range and melee weapons that suit your playstyle. The game's combat is more punishing than the classics though, it will test you. Made clearly by Metroidvania fans, Chronicles of the Wolf sticks close to what works. Grim atmosphere, cursed lands, demons roaming about, and lot of exploring. You begin in a small village and work your way through forests, ruins, swamps, catacombs, and even a creepy old mansion. As you progress, you level up, grab better gear, and unlock new areas, like classic Metroidvanias. The power creep is gradually and satisfying. You are weak and clunky at first, but over time you turn into a beast yourself. And yes, there is a backtracking, tons of it. That's par for the course. You will often need to return to either spots with new abilities to access secret or alternate paths. To become honest, the whole game, or rather its map, is split into 3 main zones, if I can call it. And one of them is, you guessed it, a massive gothic castle. I won't spoil the details, but this place really cranks up the difficulty. The castle is interconnected in classic Metroidvania fashion, and keys or items needed for one area might be hiding at the opposite end. Thankfully, teleporters help cut down the walking time, though even that has its issue. For example, the teleport system is just a list of names. There's no visual map to help you remember which location is where. If you forget where specific teleport is, tough luck. Similarly, shops don't show you item stats before buying. So if you are low on coins and want to upgrade, you're basically guessing. You buy the sword, then check if it's better. If not, congrats, you just wasted your cash. Weapon switching is also clunky. There is no quick swap feature, so every time you want to go from melee to range or vice versa, you have to dig through menus. That kind of friction adds up during long sessions. Sure, other Castlevania games didn't always have that feature, but this isn't the 90s. There's no reason modern indie games can't make things smoother. Now let's talk about the good stuff. The relic system is a cool addition. Scattered across the game world, these items give you special abilities or unlock hidden areas. Some even summon spirits that help you in combat, like healing you or making you temporarily invisible. You can upgrade the spirits if you find the right relics, which adds a fun layer of progression. Matteo himself gets new skills too, stuff like triple jump or multiple dash, which are essential for reaching new zones or surviving tougher fights. I'm not going to spoil all of them, but they are satisfying to unlock and make backtracking feel worthwhile. That said, the game does have some janky moments. Sometimes it runs perfectly, other times the controls get confused if you press too many buttons at once. One weird thing I noticed, when you launch the game for the first time, there's a loud burst of static noise. Happened on my both PC and Steam Deck. Only once, but still it was super annoying. So don't forget to cover your ears. Speaking of the Steam Deck, it actually runs great on it. Low power usage means you can play for hours and it doesn't overheat or lag. That's a big plus if you are like gaming on the go. Now here's something odd. There are no sound settings at all. No sliders, no mute buttons. The background music is loud and there is nothing you can do about it. If you are playing late at night, expect your neighbors to join you on the adventure, whether they want it or not. Let's also talk about the endgame. The last 15% or so has some really frustrating backtracking. Key items are hidden in such obscure places that I had to use online guides to speed up the whole process. I don't mind the challenge, but I'm lastly wondering, not fan. I wasn't looking for hand-holding, just a bit more clarity. Also, the devs pulled up a bit of a bait and switch in marketing. They teased the Bloodless. Yes, the one from Bloodstained Ritual of the Night makes an appearance. And she does, as a late game optional boss. It's cool, but not the huge crossover moment you might expect, as they advertise for. The narration is handled by none other than Robert Belgrade, the original voice of Alucard from beloved classic Castlevania Symphony of the Night. His voice fits the game perfectly, deep, mysterious, a little melancholic. There's even a character late in the game who feels like a nod to Alucard. Easy to miss, but a nice touch for fans. Music-wise, opinion may vary. I didn't love every track. The starting village tune just didn't do it for me, but others hit the right mood more or less. A few creepy ambient tracks even give me chills. My main complaint? Again, volume. Everything's way too loud. Despite its flaws, I found myself coming back to the game. I unlocked most of the endings, expect the worst one, and sank quite a long few hours into it, finally beating the game after 20 hours. I had fun even when it got frustrating. I really hate those moments where you are doing a challenging platforming section while enemies attack you from every direction, but hey, that's part of the genre's charm. Would I recommend it to someone new to Metroidvanias? Probably not. It's pretty tough, especially once you get to the castle, but for genre veterans, there is definitely something here to enjoy. In the end, with all the charm, the flaws, the junk and the hidden gems, I think a fair score is 6.5 out of 10. It's got heart, it's got ambition, but it needs a bit more polish. Thanks for watching. If you liked this review, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you are brave enough to face the wolf. See you next time. Bye.